Hi everyone, welcome to making our early documents flipbook. Today you're going to need a few items to make your flipbook look like just like this. Very beautiful. What you're going to need is your early documents packet. You should have two papers with this. You will also need a large piece of paper that looks like this. You will also need two different colored highlighters. You will also need a pair of scissors and a glue stick. Now, to get started, what I want you to do is you're going to highlight the top questions in one color and highlight the bottom questions in another color. So, I'm going to use pink for my top questions. And then I'm going to use green for my bottom questions. Now, you may ask, why are we doing this? This seems rather pointless. Well, just like that. What we're going to do is the top questions match with a certain section, and the green questions match with a certain question. So, if you look at here, I am going with my pink highlighter, I am going to color pink all the ones that say it stated. Just like so. So that way, when we are practicing with our flipbook, you can train, your eye will be trained to look for the pink. We enter the first question. Then with the bottom question, I'm going to highlight the it was important because in green. Now that my packet looks amazingly colorful, you can tear it apart just like so at the staple. Be careful not to rip it all together. And then what you're going to do is you're going to get your large piece of paper. We're going to fold it hot dog style. So it should look like this. Then this is the next part. This is the tricky part, and one you might have to go back and do again. So be patient with yourself. So this one, what you're going to do is you're going to fold your paper over 5 times. So I go 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry. You're going to fold your paper over 4 times. So you get 5 squares. So in the end, it should look like this. I will show you one more time. You're going to fold it over 4 times. So you fold it over once. So you got that. You fold it over twice. Looks like this. Fold it over 3 times. Looks like this. 4 times. Ta-da! It looks beautiful. You're going to press down so you make nice creases. And then you're starting to have the makings of our flipbook. Now what you're going to do is you're going to cut just the top flaps so we can get the flipping action of our flipbook. Just like so. Okay, you do not, and I will repeat, you do not want to cut between both pieces of paper because then it will not work properly. So now, mine has the back page not cut and the top page cut. If you need help with any of these 2 steps, please see your teacher. Now that I have that done, what I'm going to do is cut out the first row of my flipbook. So I've cut out just the top row. Don't worry about the other rows. And then what you're going to do is you're going to look at the timeline we have up on the whiteboard and make sure you put them in the correct chronological order. When I mean chronologically, I mean by the right year. So we start off with the Virginia Companies of London. Then our next one is the Virginia Declaration of Rights. Then we're going to have the Declaration of Independence. And then we are going to have the Virginia Statute for Religious Freedom. And then lastly, you're going to put the Articles of Confederation. All right, make sure that they are in the correct order because otherwise this will not work very well. So hopefully you can see this at home, just like this. Okay, also what I'm going to do is paste on here my early documents flipbook at the top. Okay, and also write my name. This way, I know it is mine if I lose it, like most absent-minded middle schoolers do. Just like so. Now what you're going to do is cut out the second row. So the second row is the it stated row. Now, I will remind you, these are not in the correct order as we put them on here. So what you have to try to do is try to match them up by looking at the document and determining if you think that is it. So if I look at Charters of Virginia Company of London and read my it stated, the purpose of the government is to protect natural rights. All men are created equal. Well, I know that's not it, but I do know that it goes to the Declaration of Independence. So I'm going to paste it onto the flap for the Declaration of Independence. Just like so. Now, I want you to try it yourself in trying to put them in the correct area. What my suggestion would be is to have all the flaps over down and then put them right underneath here, like so, to try to match them up. When you think you have them right, then you can go to the next part of the video here where I'm going to show you the correct answers. Or you can wait for me to tape it down in 2 seconds. So, the Charters of Virginia Company of London says that colonists could own their own land and make laws by organizing a council. The Virginia Declaration of Rights was stated that Virginia citizens have rights given to them not by the king, meaning a trial by jury, which we did not have under the king. And then Virginia Statute for Religious Freedom, it stated that Virginia citizens had freedom of religion. And then lastly, the Articles of Confederation had no executive branch or judicial branch. We call this a one-legged stool. And they had no common currency. Make sure when you do paste them down, you leave enough room at the bottom for a lovely picture. And now we're going to cut out our final row. Once again, this row is not in the correct order. So just like you did the last time, you can pause the video here and take a few minutes to sort them and see if you can put them in the correct order. Or you can cheat and not pause and wait until I give you the answers. Okay, now I'm going to paste them down. So it was important because it gave the colonists the same rights as Englishmen. That is, the charters of the Virginia Company of London, meaning when the colonists came over here to the United States, or what was just America at the time, they had the same rights as the citizens back in England. The Virginia Declaration of Rights, it was important because it served as a model or example for the Bill of Rights. It is included in the first 10 amendments of our U.S. Constitution. The Declaration of Independence, it was important because it declared independence from Britain. We stated in it that we were leaving because the king is not nice to us and not hearing to our requests. Then the Virginia Statute for Religious Freedom, it was important because it influenced the writing of the First Amendment, which is freedom of religion in the U.S. Constitution. We'll learn more about our other freedoms in the First Amendment. And then lastly, our Articles of Confederation. It was important because it created a weak central government with all the power given to the states. It failed and was replaced by the U.S. Constitution. So, yours should look like this. So in total, it should all look like this. Now you're going to take some time, and yes, you have to. I know you don't all love to, but you have to draw pictures underneath the ones that say picture. So some of you may say, I get to, colonists could own land by and make laws by organizing a council. What can I draw as a council? Well, a council is usually a group of people, so you could draw people in a circle meeting. It was important because it gave colonists the same rights as Englishmen. What could I possibly draw? Well, I could draw two people, one labeled Englishman and one labeled colonist. Sorry, I am not a very good drawer, as you know. And the other colonist. So we have Englishman, colonist. So here's my super duper quick drawings. Hopefully you can see them. Okay, so hopefully you get that idea. I'm not going to give you the answers for the rest. I expect you to do it. And this was something I will be checking for classwork later on. If you're having any difficulties with this, please see a teacher for any help. Good luck. Bye.